Hey, hey, hey. Ah, shit. What's up, y'all? It's been a minute. So, we're just going to go over some case updates. I wanted to check in, see how everybody was doing. Um, you know, I have been ripping, running, moving a whole lot, so I haven't really had time to really do all that I need to do. I hope this lipstick don't look crazy on camera, but what's up, y'all? I miss you guys. Um, and like I said, I've been moving a whole lot lately, so I do apologize, but I want to give some attention to some of the stories I've covered. Hey, what's up, girl? So, yeah, I want to give, some coverage on some of these stories. Um, I'm going to start with Camille McKinney because that story has been getting really confusing. Yeah, yeah. Hello. And this story is just not sounding right. So we are going to see what's going on. So this is a day ago. This is from CBS 4. And, no, I'm sorry, CBS 42. BPD Camille Cupcake McKinney still missing $25,000 reward offered. And from what I'm understanding with this case, it seems like they still haven't found her. And yesterday they had some type of, they thought they found her. The latest on the kidnapping of 3-year-old Camille. Let me turn this fan off. Give me just a second. There we go. The latest on the kidnapping of 3-year-old Camille Cupcake McKinney, all times local. 10 p.m. Day 4 in the search for Camille. Uh-oh, somebody called me a monkey? In the search for Camille. In a press conference held at their headquarters downtown, Birmingham police say Crime Stoppers is offered $20,000 reward in addition to the governor's $5,000 reward. I wanted to reach out to just one individual. If you know where Camille is, if you have her and you're not sure what to do, I want to give you a safe passage, Birmingham Police Chief Patrick Smith says. Chief Smith says it's a possibility Camille is being moved around to different locations. He asks anyone with information, including video, to come forward, promising anonymity. I don't know about that one. We're doing everything we can and we're following every lead. We encourage you to keep them coming, Chief Smith urges. By 1:06 p.m., Sheriff addresses conflicting reports. At 1:06 p.m., Jefferson County Sheriff Mark Pattyway told CBS 42's Art Franklin in a phone call that he had received misinformation from one of his deputies in the field. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office released the following statement. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office is working closely with Birmingham police and local officials to try to bring Camille Cupcake McKinney home. Unfortunately, misinformation was passed on to a CBS 42 employee from JCSO. The JCSO's office continues to offer our deputies resources to assist this case. We are not the lead on this investigation. We will continue to work with the participating law enforcement agencies with hopes of bringing Camille Cupcake McKinney back home safely to her family. It is vital to remain focused on bringing Camille Cupcake McKinney home. Our prayers are with her family. So 12:50 p.m. BPD Cupcake is still missing. Birmingham police says that Camille Cupcake McKinney has not been found despite direct confirmation from Jefferson County Sheriff that she has. Oh my goodness, why does he do this? Hello. Well, if you are from South Carolina, you're pretty close to this And it's so sad. 1237, cupcake found? Question mark. Jefferson County Sheriff Mark Pettyway says Camille Cupcake McKinney has been found alive and is currently checked by medical personnel. 1217, Cupcake possibly found alive. This is getting a little crazy. Family members tell CBS 42 Cupcake McKinney has been found alive. This information remains unconfirmed by law enforcement officials. So, did you find her or not? 9:51 a.m. Heavy police presence at Jefferson Avenue. Birmingham police have formed a large perimeter cordoning off apartments in the 2700 block of Jefferson. Police sources tell CBS 42 they follow a tip from a bounty hunter on the abduction of 3-year-old Camille Cupcake McKinney, who was last seen at a birthday party in Birmingham Saturday night. Talking about Camille Cupcake McKinney, and she is a missing 3-year-old in Birmingham, Alabama. So CBS 42's Michael Clark and Michael Clark and Jesselyn Adams are on the scene. Jefferson County Star 1 helicopter is aiding in the search. Members of Camille's family, including her parents and grandparents, are on the scene. A crowd has gathered outside of the police perimeter. Tuesday, 2 persons of interest in the investigation were arrested on unrelated charges, one of whom is tied to a kidnapping case from 2018. Monday, an Amber Alert for Camille was expanded from Alabama into surrounding states as the search intensified. So, first of all, I want to address the fact that this woman that was with the man who kidnapped her, allegedly, that she was a African American woman. She was a black woman. It was being reported that she was a white woman, which is very interesting. As far as them going back and forth between finding her and not finding her, I think that's heart-wrenching. That's terrible, and they should know to keep that under wraps before they actually can confirm it. Is she a little Spanish girl? I do believe I know who you're talking about. She has not been found, correct, and they have been putting that out there. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name, but yes, she has been missing for a very long time. I do believe she was outside or something, and somebody came in some type of vehicle, and they saw him picking her up. But I do know exactly who you're talking about, and I will get her information. You see pictures of this little girl that you're talking about and Cupcake, because they are trying to, bring awareness to both children. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you be on it. So this case is very sad. I really don't know what's going on. There's been a lot of speculation about what happened at that birthday party, whether or not she attended with her parents or not. You guys can hear the more comprehensive story that I did on Spotify, on Anchor. Yep, she was playing in the park. So the little Spanish child, I'm gonna look her up, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything by saying that. I really cannot think of her name. Where was this? Was it in New Jersey? Something like that, wasn't it? Like New Jersey or something. Missing, yeah, missing child, yeah. See, I be looking at the news quite a lot, you guys, and I hope you guys do too. I hope I don't bore you guys, but some of these stories do stand out to me. Something with the letter A. Missing child from New Jersey. Probably a million of them gonna pop up. See, yep. Oh, she's beautiful. Just like Cupcake. They're all beautiful. They just take them all. And I don't know what they be doing with these children. I mean, I would not even want to think about it. It's really sad. It's toe up. And it ain't fair, because, do their own thing. And that's how we grew up, just learning how to maneuver in the world. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Miss Brown. Okay. So her name is Dolce Maria Alaves. Oh, that's so cute. Her name, I like her name. A sketch is released of a man possibly involved in the disappearance of the 5-year-old girl who vanished while playing in a New Jersey park. Authorities released the sketch after a witness claimed to have spotted the man in the park at the same time as missing 5-year-old Dolce Maria Alaves, I'm sorry. Dolce was reported missing on September 16th after she was seen being taken by a man and led to a red van with a sliding door and tinted windows. But that's just so scary to think about. Like, could y'all imagine? Could y'all imagine that? Dolce was reported missing on September 16th after she was being seen taken by the man and led to a red van with a sliding door. So if you saw them doing this, like what? The man in the sketch was reportedly wearing a white t-shirt, blue jeans, and a white baseball cap. He is described as Hispanic, believed to be 30 and 35 years old, standing 5'7", and a slender build. So, family began to search the area and eventually called the police, and the state police issued an Amber Alert. So she has yet to be found as well. Let's not hope the same, situations go on with these two children. I really don't like talking about kids, but we got to be aware of these things. The world ain't what it used to be. These people are doing whatever they want to. So the next case I want to update you guys on is Tatiana Jefferson, of course. Her case has taken on over. That's true. That's a good question. Tatiana Jefferson had a right to a gun, and cops need to respect that right before skulking around. I don't know. I've never seen that word. The obligation to be differential in the case was on the responding end. Responding officers, I'm sorry. These pop ups. Since it is now becoming an issue, we'd like to say a few words about Tatiana Jefferson's gun. She is, of course, 28 years old, an African American woman, shot to death by a police officer in Fort Worth in the pre dawn hours of October 12th. She was at home and playing video games with her 8-year-old nephew at the time. According to the statements her nephew made to police, and that police have since made public, Tatiana Jefferson seems to have taken a pistol out of her purse before looking out a window. We can surmise that she either heard or saw something that made her believe there might be there might have been an intruder in the backyard and worried for her safety and the safety of her nephew. She appeared to decide it was appropriate to arm herself until she ascertained what was going on. Correct. They create their own excuses. That's right. So let's see. Let's keep reading because I'm curious as to. I didn't know that this changed into gun laws. I mean, it's not like she shot anybody, right? America is unique in that here law-abiding citizens are afforded rights of self-defense, of protecting ourselves in recognition that the authorities cannot always stand between those with evil intentions and innocent lives. In most cases, especially in states such as Texas, that have deliberately enacted laws to factor in the fact that someone they encounter may legally have a gun. This is especially true when approaching a residence where the law and common sense dictate that people have the right to affirmatively drive off a would be attacker. After this shooting, what we'd like to see is organizations like the National Rifle Association and the gun rights organizations speak out in favor of Jefferson's rights. Might as well. And by all appearances, Tatiana Jefferson was well within her rights. Officials have said that the fact that she had a gun is irrelevant. We agree partially. We agree that the fact that she had a gun does not justify how this incident apparently played out, but we'd like to take it a step further too. The fact that she had a right and could very well have legally had a gun placed a burden on any responding officer to approach the house in the middle of the night with the forethought that someone in the house might just shoot them unless the police clearly identified themselves first. As this case develops, we'll likely learn more about what happened, and Dean has the right to and will have a fair trial that airs the relevant facts. But it's not too early to say that Jefferson did not have an obligation of defense to an unidentified person skulking around her backyard. There was, however, an obligation of deference in this case. It was Dean who had an obligation. That was a very well put article. And that is coming out of the Dallas Morning News. I didn't know that this had turned into. I know when we first heard about the story that they mentioned that gun rather quickly, and that really did kind of tick me off. I don't know about you guys, but hey, I said to myself after we learned about the gun, I was thinking like, okay, but she was in her home, so then we saw the footage, and he was pretty much just tiptoeing around her home, and he wasn't making any noise. And like I said in my video about this, I said, well, why don't you just go into the house? If you're so concerned, I mean, are you scared? What's wrong with you? So, the officer has yet been able to resign, and also he's been charged. So we'll see how this goes down there in Texas. Clearly they have an issue going on, because I do remember posting something else about Texas after that happened. So I wanted to see if there were more updates on another case, but I'm not finding any. Do y'all know of any cases? So that's true. I mean, even if people have the right to carry, it doesn't even matter anymore. Yes, yes. We all are praying. I mean, but what else do we do besides pray? I want to hear some solutions. I want to hear what you guys think we should do besides praying, because we done been praying. We done been praying for a long time. You know, and yeah, it feels good to talk to a higher power, whoever that may be for you all. But we need some solutions. We need to know, yes, what we can do to make it out of this. People of color are coming under attack more and more and more, whether that be in our personal lives, our economic lives, our social lives. You can't even go out to the club anymore without thinking, what's going to happen, who going to do this or who going to do that. So it's getting really out of hand, you know. Can't even work anymore without somebody coming out and putting 6 shots in you, or 10 or 11. People don't know how many shots, you know. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic or funny. I'm just stating facts. You can't work more. You can't lay down in your house and eat ice cream. I mean, come on now, you guys. As far as that case with Kanika Jenkins, Just thinking about it just makes my head hurt because I still don't understand what happened within that situation. Um, hmm. I don't even want to speculate, you know. I can't even speculate. And, you know, to bring that back up, that girl is at peace. Hopefully, her family is at peace. I haven't really heard any updates about that, but yeah, that's another mystery. I would like to take a crack at it and see what I can find. Maybe do like a, you know, a video on where everybody is at now, like, you know, like Irene and Monifa and all them people. But I do that. It's a good idea because that was a very scary case to even think about. You know, you have daughters out here, and there are people out here like DJ Kid. Have y'all heard about him? Out of Florence, South Carolina. Please tell me you guys have heard about him. I'm about to pull up an article on him. Also, I did a podcast on him and his crunchy self. So if you don't mind checking that out, um, I was really irritated doing that podcast, and I was sick. I wasn't feeling too well, but I mean that story grinded my gears. I can't believe that man. And Jason Roger Pope. That's not a good article. Sorry, you guys. I should have had this done. I'm trying to find the most recent article. Somebody said dead man walking. Jason DJ Kid Pope. Vanilla Ice. Oh my goodness. White man with AIDS. Mm. Oh my goodness. Y'all doing too much. But let me talk about it. So this man was arrested for human trafficking, sex trafficking, all kinds of other crazy stuff. And apparently, Jason Roger Pope, aka DJ Kid, was allegedly intentionally spreading AIDS to black women. So he has, I think, three daughters, all mixed. So apparently got a thing for, you know, so, you know, that's cool. Wow, this is one of the craziest stories to crop up in a while. The hip hop world is alluring and welcoming. Promises of glitz and glamour are enticing, bringing in people of all races and backgrounds, as almost all are welcome. Local rap scenes have become highly profitable as small town DJ. Okay, well, girl, stay away from Florence. The hip hop world is alluring and welcoming. Promises of glitz and glamour. Okay, local rap scenes have become highly profitable as a small town DJs and promoters have found ways to make money. Some use their industry connections and local appeal to build stable businesses. Again, the allure of glitz and glamour opens doors for other activities. In Florence, South Carolina, Jason Roger Pope, aka DJ Kid, became one of those success stories. However, his life is anything but successful, according to his arrest report. This, along with the news reports of him spreading AIDS to unknowing African American women intentionally, have people upset. One woman on Facebook spread the news with additional information on DJ Kid. An incident report from the Florence County Sheriff's Office states that on December of 20, I don't know, is that 2011 or 2017? 2011, I think. Deputies responded to a local hospital for a sexual misconduct call. A 13-year-old girl told deputies that she had sex with Pope, later found out he had AIDS. The report states the child's friend introduced her to Pope, who allegedly gave the minor marijuana and alcohol, deputies said. Mm-mm-mm. So, according to a second victim, we've literally been targeted, black community, and everyone is laughing, shake my head. IG, everything is a joke. He slept with over 600 black females, knowing he is positive for AIDS in South Carolina and throughout other states, targeting only African females, having sex exchange for money, tickets, or drugs, and everyone joking like it's funny. Mm. If he slept with over 600 black females, think about it. More than likely, they're sexually active with others as well. So that's 1,200. And it just keeps growing. That's a good way to think about it. Also, sex trafficking girls to come alone to hotel rooms in remote areas to get tickets, prizes, just to have sex and send them off to some other state or country as sex slaves. No one is going to understand until it's their family member, friend, peer, or yourself. But LOL, it's a joke. Safe sex, get tested. Y'all should have been got safe sex. New slave owners. Oh, that's what's going on. Mm. That's what's going on. So we can pull you in, you know. We can't take your culture, can't kill you guys off. So we're gonna pull you in and rapture you with the I don't know. I mean, this is terrible. Sex, money, drugs, and weed. That's what he was giving these girls. Now this is coming from his Facebook. This man says, I'm 36 with 693 bodies, all black females. What about you? And that was on July 16th. And this article came from hiphopvibe.com. Pretty good article. It was really short. But Jason Roger, whatever law, Roger Pope is terrible, disgusting. What kind of person does that type of stuff? You know? Um, I don't know what you guys think about these situations, but I know this that my head is starting to spin from all the nonsense. Um, Trying to see what I wrote down. We got some new upcoming things coming to the channel, so stay tuned. A lot of different stuff, so please stay on top of it. Turn on your notifications. I really don't ask you guys to do that, but I appreciate who does, because I can tell. And you know, you guys make me feel really good, and I hope you guys are having a good day. You know, get this stuff settled with what I got going on personally, and you know, get some other things squared away with some new stories, some things y'all haven't heard about. There is some new things that are being posted at LA Show underscore on Instagram. If y'all could please come and follow me on that page. If you do have an Instagram page, I really would appreciate it, because I post a lot of stories daily. And some of these stories don't even make mainstream. So, you know, I want you guys to be aware, in the know like me, so when I come on here and talk about certain things, y'all know what's going on prior. I wish I wasn't on my phone going live right now, because I really would. Matter of fact, I can get on Instagram. What am I talking about? There are some other stories that are kind of crazy, and I wanted to look at those real quick, and then I'm getting out of here. I know y'all are tired. Somebody told me to shut up. Who was that said shut up? My poll. Who told me to shut up? I'm curious. Where is my page at? Yes. Perfect. So, let me tell y'all about this story real quick. I'm not smiling because it's not funny. I'm kind of shocked. And When I'm shocked, I kind of make weird faces. So this story, more than $200,000 settlement who expected for woman whose tampon was pulled out on the side of the road. So she got stopped, and unfortunately, they went in and did a cavity search on her on the side of the road. You guys, this is crazy. Sorry, y'all. This is gonna be a ratchet live. You know. I got you. Okay. There we go. Y'all see me? I see you. So let me see. How can I get to the whole post? Go to post. Yes. Okay. Where is the... So basically what happened is the lady got pulled over by the police. She has some priors. Female police officer goes in and does a search on the side of the road, a cavity search, where they pretty much took her tampon out of her area and proceeded to search this woman. They're offering her $200,000. I still feel like that's not nothing. So let me read this. Finally, I learned how to do this. San Antonio, California. City lawyers have offered $205,000 to a woman who accused a San Antonio police detective of pulling down her shorts in public and inappropriately searching her for contraband, city records show. Natalie Sims, age 40, sued the city now retired detective Mara Wilson last year, alleging Wilson at one point removed a tampon from Sims and held it in the air, examining it. According to the lawsuit, Sims was sitting on a curb near downtown on August 8th of 2016, waiting for her then boyfriend when police officers approached her and asked if they could search her vehicle for drugs. A police detective later said officers were conducting surveillance in the area to investigate possible drug activity, about which they heard had received complaints, and that he observed Sims and another female walk under a highway underpass and appear to sell drugs. Sims, who has a criminal record, allowed the officers to search the vehicle, but the officers found nothing illegal. Police records show they then requested a female officer to respond to the scene to frisk Sims, who consented to a search. Wilson arrived and started to search Sims, and at one point pulled down her shorts and examined her area as the male officers were within view. The lawsuit states that's then when Wilson removed the tampon and examined it, records show. Sims asked why she was being searched in that manner and why police couldn't continue the search at the police station. I don't know, Wilson said, according to a transcript of video reviewed by police. It looked like it had stuff in there. No contraband was found. Records show Wilson retired in May of 2017, 9 months after the incident, in a deposition. Wilson said she was planning on retiring prior to the search. I bet you were. Wilson denied the search was inappropriate, both internal affairs investigators and during a deposition conducted by Sims' lawyers. She testified in June of 2018 that she saw a string from the tampon hanging outside of Sims' underwear and pulled it because she thought it could be connected to drugs. Wilson said that in the past she had discovered plastic baggies of marijuana heroin and crack in the crotch area. Very disturbing. But I wanted you guys to hear that. Yeah, I wanted you guys to hear about that, because that is very disturbing. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if they tried to come at me. You know, y'all couldn't do this inside. Y'all didn't have enough respect for this woman. Another story. Another story we can get into real quick. So, former Buck Warwick Dunn surprises St. Pete single mother with a new home. Now that's amazing. That's how you give back to people for real. You know, if you know you sitting on all this money, I mean, come on, y'all. Latoya Reedy was always dreamed of being a homeowner, but it seemed unattainable. As a single mother to her 18-year-old son, Antrez Reedy worked hard as a certified nursing assistant to provide a stable lifestyle for him, but unpredictability of renting kept her living paycheck to paycheck. I got tired of paying the high rent, she said, and with renting it goes up every month. The constant increase in rent forced Reedy and her son to move into a tight, overcrowded living space with her mother. For 2 years, they shared one room with her mother and rotated sleeping on the bed, and shared one bathroom with 5 family members in the household. But Tuesday of Pinellas and West Pasco counties and its partnership with furniture company Aaron's, healthcare provider Cigna, and former Buccaneer Warwick Dunn nonprofit Warwick Dunn Charities. Reedy and her son received a fully furnished 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. Reedy, 39, knew she would get the keys to her first home, but she was surprised to see it fully furnished with appliances, furniture, lawn equipment, and electronics, and a kitchen stocked with groceries, a coffee maker, a NutriBullet, and other cooking supplies. I just wanted to say that that was a really positive story to end this on. You know, that kind of stuff makes me smile, you know. How hard women got it nowadays to have to be overly perfect, or, you know, have to, you know, abide by a man in order to look, you know, you can't be single anymore and it be acceptable, you know. Some people are just tired of the nonsense. And shout out to all the domestic violence, you know, victims out there that have been through it and they just don't want to deal with it no more. They took their kids, they left the situation, and now they're dealing with other things and going through other things. So, you know, it's a beautiful thing to see women being empowered. And I'm not saying that that's what happened to Miss Reedy or anything, but it's just good to see. But like I said, follow me on Instagram at LAShow_. You can also check me out here. I'm also podcasting, so you can catch me on Spotify, Breaker FM, Anchor FM, show on that, on my podcasting. I'm also going to be doing some very exclusive topics on Patreon. So if you guys don't mind supporting that, I wouldn't mind you helping a sister out with that. You know, very exclusive, very heavily thought about pieces of work. So I really want you guys to come on over there. It's not just going to be, you know, me running my mouth. It's going to be some really good information over there for us. Maybe some solutions, hopefully, into what's going on nowadays. So follow me on Patreon, LA Show. Also, you can find me Facebook, Young LA. I'm really not there. Thank you, Lisa, and I hope everything is doing good with you as well. Like I said, you know, I want this to remain a very positive place where we all learn to come together and use our brains. And, you know, I don't want no drama. So if you're with that negative, nasty, triflingness, go on somewhere. I'm not bothering you. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm just trying to put out some information and let's see where it gets us, you know. Hopefully, you know, we are growing a lot. We are growing. Hey, welcome. We are growing like crazy. So, this is just something slight, imagine where we could be. Imagine where we can be from now. So let your friends know. LA Show is doing some big things over here. Let them know. Share these videos. I really try to take my time and be careful. Y'all don't have to be crazy. But, it's all good. Also, you can cash at me, LA Show 1. My birthday's coming up, and I'm really excited about that. Getting old, and anybody who can guess my age correctly, I don't know what I'm going to give you guys, but I'm going to get you guys something. Find out how old LA is. Bye, y'all.